go to, and others got meetings to go to. Anyway, agenda item 1 is the appointment of the chairperson. So I'm happy to chair, but could I have a proposer and a seconder from inside the chamber, please? And that has to be cabinet members. Councillor Rogers.
Happy to propose Councillor Hunter's chair.
Okay. Oh, it is now. Happy to second, sorry.
Thank you both. Okay, Chair's announcements then. Pranam da, good afternoon and welcome to the meeting of Cabinet on the 28th of November 2023. I'm Councillor Steve Hunt, leader of Neath Talbot Council. Can I welcome any members of the public who might be viewing this meeting this afternoon? Could I ask you to please ensure your microphones are switched off, as you are here to observe the meeting only. Members and officers, please can I ask you to ensure that your phones are switched to silent for the duration of the meeting and that your microphones are switched to mute unless you are speaking. And in addition, when asked to raise your hand, if members who are virtually attending this meeting, could you raise your electronic hands? And for members physically present in the chamber, just raise your hands. Before I go to agenda item 3, Karen, our chief exec, you probably noticed, is missing. She's had to go and leave us to attend a very important meeting. So agenda item 3 is declarations of interest. Can I ask members if they have any declarations of interest? Please would members say what the items are and what the interest is. And if you have any, Tammy will forward you an electronic version of the form for you to complete and email back to her. Councillor Harris, please first.
Hi, agenda item 6, please, because it's all talking about me as a nomination for elected member for the National Adoption Service Committee.
Thank you, Sian. Nia, you had your hand up and then you took it back down.
Yeah, I pressed his error, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Any other declarations of interest?
No, I see none, Chair.
Thanks, Tammy. We'll move on then to agenda item 4, which is the Forward Work Programme 2023-2024. Just to note, the Freeport Business Case meeting of the Cabinet scheduled for the 7th of December will now be held on the 20th of December, as recently circulated. Can I ask members if they have any comments on this agenda item? Officers, sorry, not members, officers.
No, nothing to add, Chair.
Thank you. This is a report for noting, so we will note the Forward Work Programme. Agenda item 5 is the public question time. I have received no notifications from the public to speak at today's meeting. Agenda item 6 is nomination of an elected member to the National Adoption Service Committee. The report is on pages 7 to 10 and is here for a decision. I will ask Craig Griffiths if he has anything further to add.
Nothing further to add, Leader, on this.
Thank you, Craig. Members, do you have any questions on this agenda item? I don't see any. I now refer members to the recommendations on page 10 of your report pack. I'm happy to propose this agenda item. Could I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second it, Chair.
Are there any abstentions? Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you are in favour of the recommendation, and Tammy will once more confirm this.
Yes, nothing to the contrary, Chair, so that recommendation has been approved.
Thank you, Tammy. Agenda item 7 is the setting of the council tax base 2024-2025. The report is on pages 11 to 16 and is here for a decision. So I'll hand over to Hugh Jones, now our Chief Finance Officer, to see if he has anything further to add.
Nothing, thanks to BDV Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hugh. Members, any questions on this report? Don't see any. Thank you. This item is proposed for immediate implementations. Could I have the agreement of the scrutiny chair, please, to implement this straight away?
In total agreement, Leader.
Thank you, Phil. I now refer members to the recommendation on page 14 of your report pack. I'm again happy to propose this agenda item. Could I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thank you, Wyndham. Any abstentions? Don't see any. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you're in favour of the recommendations. And Tammy, can you confirm again?
Yes, Leader, no indications to the contrary, so that item has been approved.
Thank you, Tammy. Agenda item 8 is the Audit Wales Digital Strategy Review Organisational Response. And the report is on page 70 to 66. And this is here also for a decision. So I'll hand over to Chris Owen to ask if he has anything further to add.
Thank you, Leader. Just to thank Councillor Noyle and Councillor Harris for being part of the Audit Wales review and being part of the interviews. And hopefully you've all seen it's a positive outcome from Audit Wales. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Members, any questions? I do see Councillor Noyle with his hand up. So I'll go over to you, Simon.
Thank you, Steve. I would like to reciprocate those thanks to Chris and his team for all the hard work that they did producing the document and the strategy, and obviously the outcomes that we've seen from that. I think it's a good document, and I think I look forward to working with Chris. I've mentioned and emailed Chris back that we look forward to putting in place many of those things that have been suggested by the Audit Office. So thank you very much to Chris and his team is ultimately my question.
Thank you, Simon. I'm sure all the Cabinet will echo those comments. Any other questions from members? It was interesting, before I go to the recommendations, it was interested from scrutiny, Chris, I love my IT as well, and I think nobody mentioned AI, and I'm surprised at that actually, but again, as you move forward, you're an excellent officer. Everybody respects you. We know that. So I'm sure we're in safe hands from any attacks, cyber attacks in the future going forward. But no, excellent piece of work. So this item is proposed for immediate implementation. So again, can I have the agreement of the scrutiny chair for this item to go forward, please?
You have my agreement, Leader.
Thank you, Phil. I now refer members to the recommendation on page 20 and the associated appendices contained within your agenda pack. I'm happy to propose this agenda item. Could I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thanks, Wyndham. Any abstentions from members? I see none. Members, if not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you're in favour of the recommendations, and Tammy will confirm again.
Yes, Chair, no indications to the contrary, so that item has been approved.
Thank you, Tammy. Agenda item 9 is the Corporate Plan Reset Review Recover 2022 to 2027 annual report period, 1st of April 2022 to the 31st of March 2023. The report is on pages 67 to 128 and is here for a decision. Karen or Louise, have you anything further to add, please?
No, Chair, nothing to add to the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Members, any questions? I see none. I now refer members to the recommendations on page 70 and the associated appendices contained within your agenda pack. I will propose this agenda item. Could I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thank you, Wyndham. Any abstentions? I see none. Members, if you do not indicate to the contrary by raising your hand, I will assume that you're in favour of the recommendations. Tammy, can you confirm again for me, please?
Yes, once again, Chair, no indications to the contrary, so this item has also been approved.
Thank you. Agenda item 10 is the 2023-2024 Strategic Change Programme, working in partnership for our people, our places and our planet. And it's a progress update. The report is on pages 129 to 186 and is here for monitoring. Again, Karen, have you anything further to add?
No, Chair, nothing to add. Thank you.
Members, do you have any questions on this report? I see none. This report is for noting, so we will note the monitoring report. Agenda item 11 is the Corporate Governance Improvement Action Plan for 2023-2024, and it's the half-year progress report. The report is on pages 187 to 198 and is here also for monitoring. Again, Karen, anything further to add?
No, Chair, nothing to add. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Members, any questions? I see none. Again, we will note this as a monitoring report. Agenda item 12 is urgent items. No urgent items have been received. Agenda item 13 is access to meetings. So the access to meetings report is on pages 199 to 204. So I wanted to resolve to exclude the public for the following items pursuant to regulations 4 in brackets 3 and in brackets 5 of the statutory instrument 2001 number 2290 and paragraph 14 of part 4 of the schedule 12A to the Local Government Act 1972. I propose that we move into a private session. Could I have a seconder, please?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thank you.